When you're looking for a place to live, what do you look for? Convenience, value, safe housing? Well, of course you do. The Housing Authority of Middlesboro offers affordable housing for you and your family. All the apartments have been updated, are energy efficient, income-based rent, fair market rent, and flat rent. Whatever your situation is, the Housing Authority of Middlesboro provides safe, clean housing that is user-friendly in a neighborhood-type setting. Randy Earl invites everyone to look at the Housing Authority of Middlesboro. Call 606-248-6500 for more information. Safe and affordable housing you can call home. The Housing Authority of Middlesboro.
Hi, I'm Jim Mills Jr. of Mills Furniture and Appliance out of RJ, Kentucky. As you can see, Mills Furniture and Appliance is providing you with the highest quality outdoor power equipment there is. Husqvarna. Mills Furniture and Appliance, bringing you chainsaws, weed eaters, push mowers, brush cutters, blowers, riders, and self-propelled mowers. For anything you've ever wanted, needed, or desired in the outdoor power equipment, Mills Furniture and Appliance and Husqvarna, bringing it to you.
At Long's Pick Pack, customers are always number one with us.
We are passionate about our customer service. We believe in offering you only the freshest produce and superior products. So when you come to Long's Pick Pack, your grocery shopping experience is something to enjoy and look forward to, not just a chore you have. Mikey wants to invite all the kids, too.
Come to Long's, join the Galaxy Kids Club.
Long's Pick Pack, 134 Pine Street, Pineville, where the culture of our community is alive. Jeff's Pharmacy is now the exclusive home of the Parada Automation Prescription Service, which delivers high-speed and high-accuracy filling of your prescriptions. With the Parada, we can offer more personal service to our customers. Jeff's Pharmacy also provides all types of vaccinations, like shingles, hepatitis, flu, and more. We accept all Workman's Comp and Medicare Part D. Jeff's Pharmacy, your local good neighbor pharmacy, North 19th Street, Middlesboro.
WRIL-FM. Welcome to the second of our Meet the Candidates debate, and tonight is the Jailer's Race. Once again, tonight is the Jailer's Race. Thank you, Mr. Ferguson, for the tips here. I appreciate it. Make sure everything looks right. We appreciate you. Tonight, we're going to do things just a little differently than we did last night. We'll tell you about that here in just a moment. Want to remind folks that we are taping for television, also for the internet. Let me explain very quickly about the television. Time Warner and all their ultimate wisdom decided that last night at 1 o'clock would be the best time to change up all of our channels. We salute them. Being politically correct right now. And so, Channel 13, as you have known it, has changed. And it sounds very similar to another channel in town, but Channel 13, if you have a digital television, is now at 22.104. Everybody's eyebrows are looking down saying, I don't understand. On Time Warner Cable, if you have one of the black boxes, you can get Channel 13 just fine. If you don't, you have a new TV, you can scan for it. But even some people's remotes cannot get the dot part. All right, so with that said, 22.104 on your television. If you have a black box, Channel 13. All right, so as we move on tonight, I have given each of the candidates a number. They drew each number themselves, except for Mr. Jones, who was at the end of the draw, and he got the last number in the draw. What we're going to do tonight is I will start with one candidate on one question. The next question we will go into the next candidate's number as it was drawn. Does everybody understand? Okay. Also, I've had the candidates sign a sign-in sheet so we can keep track of everything, and last night went very well here at Middlesboro Civic Center, and let's have a hand for Middlesboro Civic Center for allowing us this time. And also, let's have a hand for the candidates before they get up here, because we all know they're going to be very nervous, so let's have a hand for all of our candidates. Okay, we're going to have our candidates come up, and the way I have them placed on the podium here, on the stage, is by the first letter of their first name. First letter of their first name. So candidates, if you would take your places, on the obverse side of this, you can see where everyone sits. There are several that are out, and again, through no fault of their own, they had scheduling issues with work, and they were unable to get down here, so we will not hold that against them. As I said, each candidate has a number that's associated with what they drew out of my hand, and we're going to go ahead and get underway here in just one moment. First, I want to introduce our fine panel of American Idol judges, and they decided to come back last night. Two of them. We have a new J-Lo here with us. Appreciate that. But first, we're going to introduce this young lady. This is Julia Herring. She's from Moorhead University, but she's also graduated from Middlesboro High School. Let's have a hand for this young lady. She works at the community office and at 321 in the mall. We certainly appreciate her getting on tonight for that. This gentleman, you may know him. You've seen him in the Middlesboro Mall. He is the manager of the mall, among many other places here in town. This is Charles Birchfield. We certainly appreciate Charles being here as well. Nice hand for him. And this is Sue White. And Sue and Romel Johnson were kind of tag teaming with our questions last night. Romel, we certainly appreciate Ms. Johnson. And Sue is a native of this area. And we were actually just having dinner at Shay's Cafe. And I approached her, and she was very ready to come here and ask her questions of the candidates. We appreciate her being here as well. Let's have a nice hand. Tonight, I'll be the timekeeper. My timekeepers weren't able to make it this evening, again, through no fault of their own. Have some prior commitments, but I'll take care of the time. Now, candidates, if you would, please pay attention to the cards here. I'll be working my way around front so you can see them plainly. The blue is 60 seconds left in your time. The yellow is 30 seconds left in your time. And the red is, dear Lord, we need to get out. Okay. If you would, you sign a piece of paper that you're respecting the times. We certainly appreciate that. I know it's very easy to get lost in the times as you are speaking to the folks. If you can respect that, I appreciate that. And before we get going, I want everybody to test their microphones so we have no issues tonight. Bruce, just say hello.
Hello. Hello.
Doyle.
Hello.
All right. Eddie.
Hello.
Another Eddie.
Hello.
Turn your mic on. That's okay.
Stop. Switch.
That's all right.
Hello.
There we go. Thank you, Eddie. Gary.
Hello.
Jason.
Hello.
And John.
Hello.
Excellent. All right. We had a little problem last night. Just want to make sure everything was clear for tonight. All right. Again, I will be the one keeping the time, and I will expect you to respect your fellow candidate to the best of your ability and respect the time as well. So let's get things underway. Let's have a nice hand for our contestants and candidates once again. Now, before we get started, I do want to acknowledge anyone else who is running for office. If you're currently running for office and you are not in this debate, please stand up to be recognized. Anyone else? Thank you. Let's have a hand for these folks. And I do that because I know that we're not going to have a chance to do every single debate. There are literally half the county is running for magistrate, and we want to make sure that they get heard. I will be offering some time on 106.3 for the magistrates to have their say, along with any other candidate. We'll tell you about that at the end of the debate. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's have one more hand, and we'll get things underway. Candidates, are you prepared? All right, if you are, just for the opening remarks, we will go in first name alphabetical order. So, Mr. Mason, if you would take 1 minute, please, and introduce yourself and have an opening statement.
I'm thankful for everybody that's come out tonight to get to know us a little better. My name's Bruce Mason. I have lived in Bell County for about 40 years. My parents are Harm and Geraldine Mason. I have one brother, Alan Mason, and two sisters, Joyce Tipton and Debbie Robbins. My wife, Katie, and I have 4 children, Nikki, Brittany, Lacey, and Christian. We have 5 grandkids with 3 more coming this summer. I'm a military veteran and served almost 23 years of service in the Kentucky Army National Guard unit here in Middlesboro, Kentucky. Was activated for nearly 2 years after the 9/11 attack. I have served on several special government details during my service, attended several leadership courses. I also retired with 24 years service with the Justice Academy, working with the Department of Corrections in a state correctional facility. Last 4 years as a captain, I pretty much had the responsibility of the daily operation of the facility. Also served commander for the last 4 years and was on the CERT team for 16 years. I appreciate everybody that's come out.
All right, thank you very much. Nice hand for Mr. Mason. If you would allow me to take a quick time out, Ms. Lawson was able to make it tonight, and we certainly appreciate her. Let me get her outfitted with a microphone and a pad of paper. Is that okay with everyone? I want to give her an opportunity as well. If you want to pause the camera for just one moment. Tell them about yourself.
Yes, my name is Cole Halcom. I'm a native of Middlesboro, Kentucky, graduate of Middlesboro High School. Also a graduate of Eastern Kentucky University with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I have an associate's degree in emergency medical care. I'm the son of Garrett Halcom, late Sadie Halcom, and my brother Danny Halcom, also known as Paddle, if anybody knows him. My brother's law and sister are Debbie and Willie Good. My better half in the Boston family is Carolyn. And also at home I have James. I have Jack and Jesse. It kind of sounds like an old West gang, and they treat me in the house like one too. So I feel like I'm qualified to contain a jail because I'm simply contain the men. I've also worked and retired for the Kentucky State Police, and I've been a Pineville police officer and served in Bell County. I've been a public servant since I've been 18 years old. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Halcom. Nice hand for him, please. Next up we have the first of two Eddies, Mr. Eddie Jones. Sir?
Thank you. My name is Eddie Jones. I'm a lifelong resident of Bell County. I've been here all my life. And I'm the father of 5 girls, and I have 6 grandkids. And I'm currently retired. I retired from Administrative Office of the Courts and the Bell County Jail. I believe I can do the job. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. A nice hand for him, please. Mr. Farmer.
Yeah, my name is Eddie Farmer. I'm a lifelong resident of Bell County. Also, I've worked with Bell County schools for over 20-some years. I have 7 grandchildren. My wife's name is Ann. And like I said, I have 3 kids. Like I said, I feel I'm well qualified to do the job. I've worked in jail for 4 years too, so I'm well known about what needs to be done there. But like I said, I appreciate everybody coming out.
Thank you very much, Mr. Farmer. If you had more to say, please feel free.
Do what?
If you had anything else to say, please feel free.
Not sure.
Okay. I don't want anybody to feel intimidated by any of the cards here. Nice hand for Mr. Farmer, please. Mr. Ferguson, your opening statements.
My name is Gary Ferguson. Lifelong resident of Bell County. Grew up in Straight Creek. Went to Straight Creek Elementary. County high school student. Attended Pineville High School for 1 year. Graduated there. Kentucky State Police. I've been fortunate to work all 4 levels of law enforcement. City Police, County, State, U.S. Marshal Service, and I've had 4 children, wife Rebecca. I have a son that's a student at the University of Tennessee. I have them all over the map, ranging from 19 to 3. 2 daughters in the middle, and I really appreciate you all coming out, and looking forward to the rest of the night.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. Nice hand for him, please. Mr. Gregory, your opening statements.
Yeah, I'm Jason Gregory, candidate for Bell County Jailer. And my family consists of my wife, Angel Gregory, and I have 3 children, William, Connor, and Edward. I work for Bell County Physical Court. I've been with them now for about 12 and a half years, which the last 8 years of that is when I've been working, taking out inmates down at the detention center. I feel that I'm highly capable of taking on the task of Bell County Jailer. I feel that I've got knowledge of the inmates, the inside and out of what they know in the jail, and I think I'll be an excellent candidate for the job. Thank you.
Nice hand for Mr. Gregory. Mr. Parton, if you would, please.
My name is John Parton. I'm 45 years old. I've lived here in Bell County all my life. I've been employed at the jail for the last 7 years. I drive a Millsboro, I drive a Bell County school bus. I've been doing that now for 24 years. My parents is Joe and Wilma Parton from Frakes. I think I'd be a good candidate for this job. I've worked inside and out, or I think I do, and vote for me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barton. Ms. Lawson?
My name is Pam Larson. I've lived in Tyler about 45 years. A lot of my family was in law enforcement. Maybe what got me started, but I've been in jail for 19 years. And I started the female work release program, and I'm working on getting the literacy program started right now. I was surprised at the people that can't read. We had a guy in the last 3 weeks who sent out like a medical request, or didn't send it out, and I kept saying, you have to submit a medical request. Finally, 2 days ago, he said, I can't fill it out because I can't read or write. So I filled it out for him. I talked to him about it, and he said he would like a medical, literacy program too. So there's a few programs I would like to start. So I appreciate your vote. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lawson. The first question, folks, will be a 2-minute response. Once again, the first question will be a 2-minute response. From the numbers that were drawn, Mr. Eddie Farmer will go first with his answer. We're going to turn this over to Julia Herring. Julia.
Finish this sentence. I want to be Bell County Jailer because.
I would like to do a lot of improvements on things down there. Like I said, I see a lot of things that could be improved, like, for instance, the food stuff. I mean, they spend an average $12,000 to $16,000 a month on it. I believe I can cut costs on it. And like I said, I thought about having like a female work release program where the females could go out and work, maybe picking up garbage or cleaning up, cutting grass or whatever we need done. And like I said, I'd like to get where you can have state income. That's got to bring more revenue in for the county and stuff too. And like I said, if you get that done, because I'm, a state inmate, you probably get 4 times what I feel what you would a regular inmate. And that would bring more revenue in and everything away. But like I said, if a guy can figure out somebody either remodel the old jail or get a new one built, it'll be a big help. And like I said, that's one of the things out here to be improved on. Pretty much that's about it for now.
Thank you, Mr. Farmer. Mr. Ferguson, same question to you, please. Finish this sentence. I want to be Bell County Jailer because.
Excuse me, I didn't just stumble into one of you running for this office. I've been preparing for this for over a year, actually. I found out, it was election year and all. I prepared myself book-wise and community-wise. And the jailer position, it's probably, I'm going to say it's probably because I'm running for this office, but it may be the most important elected position in the area because it's, a lot of people don't realize this, but it's probably the most financially draining on the county. It has nearly a $1.4 million budget that, there's a lot of people I ask them, they have no idea even what goes on at the jail. It's almost like having 100 children. You have to feed them, clothe them, transport them, you babysit them, and the jailer position is, it's just really important. And I feel that, like I said, I'm well qualified, and there's several things that I would like to do, and it would take a lot longer than 2 minutes to kind of go into all the detail and things that I would like to talk about. But there's lots of improvements that could be made. But the biggest thing is I want to protect the county's money and make sure that it's spent right.
Thank you, Mr. Ferguson. Mr. Gregory, same question. Finish this sentence. I want to be Bell County Jailer because.
I want to be Bell County Jailer because I think I'm physically fit and able to do the job. If elected as Bell County Jailer, I would like to see a gardening program put into effect where we can take inmates out and learn them a trade into working and producing product back into the jail. Possibly in the future, if we could use the vacant lot behind the jail, we could build a produce center type deal to hold the produce and store it for the jail. And I think that maybe we could bring a profit back into the jail if we was to kind of like have a little sell the produce and the fruit and the tomatoes and stuff like that to bring money back in to help the jail. And I have a lot of other ideas I'd like to bring up, but there's a lot more time in doing so. But that's all I have for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gregory. Mr. Harden, finish the sentence. I want to be Bell County Jailer because
I like to see the inmates maybe have some kind of program out there that will help them get off of these drugs. There's a lot of people that's died over the last 2 years because of the drug problem we have in Dale County, overdose, and I would like to see maybe some kind of rehab, that we could get some kind of programs, some kind of grants that would help pay for this stuff, because there's too many people dying that shouldn't be dying over these drugs. And that's what I would like to see. I would like to get something going like that would help these people, that wants to help. There's a lot out there that don't want to help, but there's a lot that does. And we should be there to be able to help them. And that's what I would like to do for the inmates. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Lawson, same question. Finish this sentence. I want to be Bell County Jailer because...
Like I said, I've worked there for 10 years, and I started a females work release program. I would like to start some more programs, like the literacy program, NA meetings, things like that to help them. Just like them not letting them sit is not teaching them anything about being self-sufficient. We did have some mining classes. I would like to see about starting some more classes for them. Plus, we didn't need jail out but I would like to start some, programs like that.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Mason, same question to you, sir. I want to be Bell County Jailer because...
Yeah, I'd like to be Bell County Jailer, based mainly on the experience that I've had in the Department of Corrections. I've not actually worked in the jail system, but I've worked in the prison system that's pretty much set up the same way with the DOC. One of the main concerns I have is running a clean, safe, and secure facility. Be safe for the individuals that work there, also the inmates that's housed there, and for the public. Safety is one of the main concerns, I think, with anything that you deal with in corrections. I have all types of different types of training that I went through in the Department of Corrections. There's probably not too many things that you can do in the Department of Corrections that I haven't done already. I've been the CERT commander, internal affairs officer, an ACA member that goes over all the documents and things that you do, the policies and procedures in the criminal justice system. And I think that I can come into the jail and make a difference in the jail system. And I'm a compassionate person toward people. I don't like to treat people any different than anybody. And I also, I take into consideration what people are brought into the jail system for, and that I would treat people fair and honest, and they can rely on me, and I'd always be available for the family members. If you have questions or concerns about anybody that's placed in the jail or that you know is going to jail, you can call me at any time, and we can talk about those conditions that may be upon the people that's going into the jail system. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Holcomb, same question. Finish this sentence. I want to be Bell County Jailer because...
I want to be Bell County Jailer because I feel that I have the most qualifications to get the job done inside the jail. A lot of people look at the jail, they say we need a new jail, we need a new jail. The jail's ugly, the jail's old. The jail is just a building with bars and steel doors, okay? It can be remodeled and redone and cleaned up. What they forget about is that the jail is a community of individuals. It's a community of people with different beliefs. They have different religions, different ideals. A lot of them are there for simple things, a lot of them are there for horrible things. But they all have to live together. They live in the most undesirable conditions that you can imagine anyway. And I believe that I can help make it as friendly a place for them to be as I can because of my training. And my training is over the years with the state police. I've been a hostage negotiator. I was a state police hostage negotiator when I retired the last Halloween day. I don't even know if they've replaced me not as a hostage negotiator yet. I've also been a crisis intervention officer, which has detected the difference between the mentally ill and people that are on drugs. I feel that I can help a lot of that. There's a lot of people in that jail that really don't need to be in jail, but they need to be in a mental health care facility. Plus, I'll just tell you, 23 years of law enforcement, somebody had to bring those people to that jail. And in 23 years, I've never violated the civil rights of anybody that I've ever arrested. I don't plan on doing that now. They've already lost their civil rights when they're in jail and their constitutional rights. They don't have to lose their human rights. And I feel like they should be treated well. But also, I think that my ability to pay attention to small details will help get a problem stopped before a problem starts. You can be reactive or proactive. You react to a problem that's already happened, it's too late. You detect the problem before it begins, you stop it before it happens, and that's where I plan on starting at the jail.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Jones, final question to you for this round. Finish this sentence. I want to be Bell County Jailer because...
That's a good question. I want to be your Bell County Jailer because I'm very well qualified. I've been there a long time. I work for the administrative office of the courts. I talk to inmates, I've talked to law officers, jailers, judges, all of them. I know the needs of the jail. And you have to work with your judge and your magistrates on the money, the revenue. The jail doesn't produce quote revenue. They're not to be self-sufficient. It's on the taxpayer's dollar. I believe I'm qualified. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next question will be asked by Mr. Birchfield, and as the draw goes, Mr. Holcomb, you will get the first question from Mr. Birchfield.
If elected, name 2 changes you would make in your first year of office. 2 changes that you would make in your first year of office.
2 changes I would make. One of the first changes that I would make is that I would try to run the jail on a merit system. When I say merit system, just like they do at the police academies, just like anyone's been in the military. Good behavior, you do what's right, you follow the program, you do everything that's asked of you, then you get merits. You use those merits to build up privileges. You get demerits, you lose privileges. And when I say merits, like I said, I don't want anybody to lose their humanitarian rights. I've not got any problem with trying to fix up a commons area, and on Kentucky Wildcat basketball night, if we've got a bunch of model prisoners, those guys have been good, we'll break out the popcorn and some soda, let those guys enjoy the game, while the ones that want to go around abusing other inmates or prisoners or start trouble, they can sit in their cell while the rest of the guys enjoy the game. I mean, just because they're locked up in jail doesn't always mean that they're bad people. There's a lot of people there that just made a simple mistake, and that's the bottom line. I've been in law enforcement 23 years, and it's odd that you'll hear me as a former policeman say that. But I also, I feel that another change that needs to be made is during this commons area for prisoners who are married prisoners who do a good job, I would like to see a visitation where they can actually sit and with their family, hold their children and hug their wife, and not sit through a bunch of chicken wire and bulletproof glass and try to talk on a telephone that doesn't work. I mean, just because they're in jail doesn't make them bad people. Another thing that I will make sure of in jail is that anybody, no matter what religion, what denomination, or whatever, if they need to see their preacher, priest, reverend, it doesn't matter, whatever, they'll get that privilege. They will not take church out of jail. In fact, we're going to leave church in the jail as much as possible and encourage that too. Also, I'd like to see some training programs to initiate for the jailers. Keep the GED program going and get them some training, get them so they can get a job when they get out.
Thank you, Mr. Holcomb. Appreciate that. Same question to you, Mr. Jones. What changes would you like to see, 2 of them, in your first year of office?
I guess the first one would be the GED. inmates starting to take their GED test. I know it's part of the jail, has been for a long time. And I think it works very well. At least it did when I was there, and Mr. Hoskins, I think the current jailer, Mr. Miller, does that as well. And as far as the church, you do have the right. You have the right to practice your religion. And you must be afforded it. The jailer's job is to safely house and keep the inmates. That's your job. And you keep them well. That includes medical. And that medical is passed on to the taxpayer. Because you're in custody of the jail and the county. So you're responsible. You have to pay. See that they get good care to the best of your ability. And to do it as cheaply as possible. That's currently been done. I think they still have a nurse come by and check. Sometimes a doctor, I believe. I think it's been done pretty good. So that's the things I would look at. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Mr. Farmer, in your first year of office, what two things would you change?
Well, I'd like to start like a drug program where they could go through it, like the ones that keeps, coming up with the same thing over and over again. And, track them in somewhere it would actually work and keep them out of that place. Because, it's not a good place for anybody to be, Plus, I'd like to add more bunks in some of the cells because, a lot of times you got 30, 40 people sleeping on the floor, That's not really good. I know a lot of times you have to, when you want to sleep, you got to step over and everything else. And like I said, that's one of the main things. And like I said, the food is not that great. As far as that goes, I'd like to change it. And I believe, like I said, I would save the county money by changing it too. But that's a few of the main things I'd like to do.
Thank you, Mr. Farmer. Mr. Ferguson, if elected, two changes you'd like to make in your first year.
One of the first things I'd like to do is start a program where we could get the officers more extensive training. There's all types of things that happen, from suicides, drug overdoses, there's all types of things, people trying to escape. I want to make sure that no matter what happens, that we have protocol that we go through, no matter who's on duty, because I would want to be notified. Let's just say I'm at home. I would want to be notified, but I would also like to know and feel comfortable that the officers that are on duty can handle whatever situation comes about and feel safe and comfortable in making proper decisions. So that's one thing. And the other thing is rehabilitation of the inmates that are there, especially the ones that are there for a long term. I would like to, I can't say right, but really what goes on a lot in jail is they sit around, it appears, and try to figure out, what not to do so they don't get caught the next time. That's really not rehabilitation. That's kind of just trying to circumvent the situation. But it would be really good if we could teach them something to prevent that from happening again. That's true rehabilitation, so they don't come back and be a burden on the taxpayers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Gregory, if elected, your first year, what two changes would you like to make as jailer?
Well, if elected within the first year, I'd like to be more involved with our community. I think in the past, I think that the jailers have not got out and been involved with communities and the schools. I think the jailer should get involved with the schools and go have like little events and stuff with the children and stuff to learn them on drug programs and whatnot. And another thing, I think that there should be a proper chapel put in the jail. I think it should be something that mimics at least what you got in a hospital or some sort with an altar, and you have some pews. And with that said, another thing, on the inhumane matter, I would like to put some type of natural lighting system in the jail cells. But in my opinion, I think it's inhumane for a man or a woman to sit in a jail and, not know whether it's day or night. And I think there should be a little change on that issue. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Parton, your first year if elected, what two changes would you like to see happen? Which two changes would you make? Excuse me.
The first two changes I will try to make is to change this work release. We've got way too much contraband coming into the jail. I would think that maybe an officer that works at the jail should take the inmates out and let them work. The second is the food issue. I think the food should be a better quality of food. They waste more food than they eat because they don't like the food that they're served. I think changing of that would probably help the inmates feel better. That's the two things that I would change probably the first year that I'll be in.
Thank you, Mr. Pardon. Ms. Lawson, your first year if elected, what two changes would you like to see happen?
First off, I would like to say that a lot of stuff at the jail we have no control of. A lot of people don't know it, but we are state bossed. We had 3 inspectors on today. They okay or not okay what we can or what we can't do. But as far as training, when I go to other states, I try to visit a jail. In Florida, I went to a jail where they had the work release guys go out like with Habitat for Humanity and places like that, or for senior citizens, where they weatherize, and they learn a trade. Laying cement blocks, laying bricks, that helps them in the long run. I went to a jail out in western Kentucky where the work release people, those fines, they don't come to jail. They report to the jail at 8 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, and work to 4, and then they go home and work out their fines. It's helping when they're overcrowded. I would like to try that, maybe here if the judges would agree to it. Because you got an 18, 19-year-old kid with a speeding ticket and can't help it, you hate to put them in jail. So if they can report to jail and then work their fine off and go home, it'd be a lot better for them and a lot better for those crowd.
Thank you very much.